You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Thursday the 24th of April, 2025. It is 35 days after the spring equinox. It is 57 days before the summer solstice. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 5th day of Floréal, the day of the rossignol, the nightingale. The sun rises today at 6:03 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:54 p.m. The sun sets today at 7:45 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 8:14 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 8:50 p.m. The length of daytime today is 2 minutes 27 seconds longer than yesterday. The moon is in its waning crescent phase and is 14% full at midday. The new moon will arrive on Sunday, the 27th of April. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the wee hours, low tide, 1:37 a.m., 12 centimeters. In the morning, high tide, 7:55 a.m., 1 meter 52. In the afternoon, low tide, 2:47 p.m., 30 centimeters. At night, high tide, 9:44 p.m., 1 meter 58. In our shared realm of plants and animals, this week woodpeckers have been heard in different corners of Socrates Sculpture Park, their percussive rat-a-tat-tat ringing out in celebration of spring. Commemorations. Today is the traditional date for the moment in the Trojan War when the Greeks entered the city of Troy inside the Trojan horse. The date was determined by Eratosthenes, the chief librarian of the Library of Alexandria. He placed the event in the year 1184 BCE. On this day in 1800, the Library of Congress was established. President John Adams signed an act of Congress to appropriate $5,000 to purchase such books as may be necessary for the use of Congress. On this day in 1885, the American sharpshooter Annie Oakley was hired by Nate Salisbury to join Buffalo Bill's Wild West show. On this day in 1897, William Price of the Washington Star became the first reporter assigned to the White House. It was the beginning of more than a century of reporting from the seat of the presidency. On this day in 1913, the Woolworth Building opened in New York City. It was, at the time, the tallest building in the world, 792 feet tall. It cost $13.5 million, and its Gothic styling earned it the nickname the Cathedral of Commerce. It remains one of the finest skyscrapers in the city. On this day in 1916, in Dublin, Patrick Pearse and James Connolly proclaimed the Irish Republic. Their Easter rising against British rule over the island was unsuccessful. However, only a few years later, Ireland would achieve independence as the Irish Free State. And a solemn anniversary. Today is the Remembrance Day for the Armenian Genocide. The genocide began on this day in 1915 with the arrest of 250 Armenian intellectuals and community leaders in Istanbul. It would spread across Armenian communities across the Ottoman Empire. Never forget. And that is the Observatory, Thursday the 24th of April, 2025.